Hey guys, so welcome back. For today's video, we're gonna be testing out a bunch of brand new makeup, and I have actually mostly drugstore and affordable products with the exception of like 2 things, but there's a lot of stuff, a couple different brands, so we're gonna test it all out and see what's good and what's worth your money. So as always, do not forget to grab a snack, get cozy, grab your makeup, let's get ready together. And if you are new, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel for new videos every single week. And let's go ahead and get into it and test out some new products. Okay, so I'm just gonna prime my lids really quick with my Rare Beauty eye primer just because I don't have anything new today, and we have a new eyeshadow palette. Okay, so we have a new eyeshadow palette to test out today from JCat Beauty, and I have not used a JCat palette in a while, so I just got this in PR and it looks so pretty and fun for, I was gonna say summer, but I mean spring, summer. There's a lot of color in here, so I'm thinking of doing like a pop of orange on the lash line. Let's start off with the shade right up here. It's like a light peach, and this one is in Swing By. I'm gonna put that in my crease. It's like a super light peachy shade. Then I'm gonna take the shade Getting Trunky, which is just a true dark matte brown. Wow, this is really pigmented, but I'm gonna take that color and pretty much start working it all over the lid because I'm gonna do a halo smoky eye today, so I want this to be pretty dark, and then I'll add the shimmer right in the center. And then I'm just using a fluffy brush just to diffuse that shade out just a little bit. Truly does not have to be perfect because I'm about to cover this up anyway with a shimmer, but I like to just kind of get the color down and as intense as I like before going in with the shimmer. Taking a different brush to just really like pack on that brown. Okay, so first impressions, I think this is nice. I mean, I've obviously only used 2 shades, but the 2 shades are blending really nicely. They are layering really well, and they're also blending out, I would say, pretty easily. So this is only 2 shades, and I love the way that it looks. So now I am gonna add a shimmer to the center. So essentially, I know I added a lot of eyeshadow when really I could have just added it to the inner corner and outer corner, but I just like it to look a certain way before I go in with the shimmer. I don't know, I'm weird like that. But let's see, what eyeshadow do I want to use? I'm thinking like either this color or maybe this shade actually would be cute, because then if we're doing the orange on the lower lashes, this could be a nice color. So this is like a coppery red. It's in Tropical Tribes. Let me swatch it. Ooh, yeah, it's like a copper. And then we have this one up here, I've Been Spotted, and this is a little bit more like gold. I guess we should do the copper, right? Because I feel like I always do gold. Gold and brown's like my favorite. And then there's also this color up here, which is also like a darker brown. Ooh, I love these tones, but I'm thinking this one right here might be the best option. Let's go in with this dry and see how it looks. Ooh. Wow, okay, JCat. That's actually really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna spray my brush just to make it pop a little bit more, but I honestly don't think it's really necessary because that's actually really nice. I just used a little setting spray. I'm really impressed with the quality of this palette. I think I'm gonna skip out on liner today, and I'm just gonna go in with mascara and lashes. I don't have like a new liquid liner or anything. All right, let's try this out. Okay, has a nice wand. This is what the wand looks like. It looks pretty good. Oh wow, it doesn't even feel like there's any product on the wand. I'm gonna do another coat. This feels pretty dry as far as the formula. It honestly doesn't feel like there's a lot of product as I'm applying it, like on the mascara wand. But actually, now that I'm building it up, you can definitely see the difference between this eye and that eye. So I feel like this adds some volume the more that you build it up. So I feel like you can see the difference. This eye versus this eye with no mascara, of course. So it definitely is a voluminous mascara for sure. It does add some volume for sure and a little bit of thickness to the eyes, which is nice. I do wish I was one of those people that could just go out the door with just mascara, but I don't know. It's like once you start using lashes, you just can never go back to no lashes and doing your makeup without them. Now for lashes, I picked these up, and I believe I showed these in a Walmart haul, maybe, I think, but these are the Vivid HD lashes from Salon Perfect. I'm a huge fan of Salon Salon Perfect lashes. So whenever they have new ones, I love trying them out. And these are in the style 634. So you actually get also liner and lash adhesive right here. So I'm gonna try it out. Okay, lashes, 10 out of 10. I really like them. Don't really like the adhesive that comes with them. I feel like it's not super sticky. Cause like I did have to take off this lash and reapply my old lash glue just cause I felt like it wasn't sticking properly, especially like the inner corner, it kept lifting. So not a huge deal though, because these are still super affordable. I think they were like under $10 for both pairs. Plus you can reuse them. So even if you're not using this, I feel like it's still worth it because the lashes themselves are very pretty. So I'm gonna do a little primer water, and I have a new spray. This one is the JoA Setfection Transfer Proof Setting Spray. I got this from CVS. So I'm gonna use this as like my primer water, and then I'm gonna use it to set my makeup. Wow. So first of all, the mister on it is really nice. It's very light compared to a lot of other like drugstore setting sprays. Some of them can be a little bit too harsh, but this one, like, you see how it comes out? Like it's just really even, but like light on the skin. It feels nice. This honestly smells like the Urban Decay like all-nighter setting spray. So then for primer, I'm gonna go in with the NYX Plump Right Back Primer Serum. I don't have like a brand new one, but this is like one of the newer ones that I've been using and I love it. I actually started using this like at this point, probably like end of January, beginning of February, but it's really good. It is a pricier primer for drugstore, but I have to say it's really nice and does a good job, I feel like, at like smoothing, hydrating, and prolonging your makeup. I like this primer too because it works with a lot of different foundations. I have tested it out with so many and I never have any issues with it. So it is a good, like, I feel like universal primer. Also leaves your skin with a little bit of a tacky base, so it's good for adhering your makeup. Like I said, it really helps with like prolonging as well. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the One Size Beauty Blur Balm. I actually did like a first impressions on my TikTok. If you guys do not follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you definitely should. But whenever I did use it, it was super smoothing and it looked honestly very flawless on the skin. So we're going to use it again today. I got this one in medium 1N. I really wanted to use the new IT Cosmetics CC Nude Glow, but the shades that they sent over, you guys, they were way too dark. So I ordered this online and I got my shade. I think I got light medium or medium. This is the lightest shade that they sent. So way too dark. This one is in the shade Tan. So I was like, can I make it work? And I was like, no, I am not going to do that because it's just not going to work. And I feel like it's hard to like focus on the product and how it looks on the skin when the shade is too dark. So I was like, let's just try this out again here on my channel. So I did like the product when I tested it out, but I don't love the packaging. You can see there's a ton of product that just kind of gets built up and stuck in there. So that's the only thing with it. You just squeeze it out and the product comes out, but then you can see it's just like bound to get really messy the more that you're using this. This is very matte. It's like very moussey when you do apply it. So I'm gonna just put this on. You can just see like how thick that is on the skin. I'll do one side with a brush and then another with a sponge so we can see both. So this is a matte product. Like if you have very oily skin, I think you will love, or if you just like a matte finish in general. But look at how smooth that is on the skin. I will say this is like extremely blurring and it has very nice coverage, but even though it was matte whenever I did use it, I will say it didn't feel dry or cakey on the skin. It wore really nicely. It's just a little bit more matte than what I typically go for on a daily basis. I prefer something a little bit more dewy. I think this could be a really beautiful option in the summertime if you're going to be out in the heat, or again, if you have, like I said, super oily skin, you will love this. Look at how good that looks. Like, it's so blurring on the skin, like truly. See how that just like completely mattified the forehead? What do you guys think? So this is with the sponge, and then this is with a brush. I feel like it looks a little bit heavier with a brush, like in this area right here. Whereas with a sponge, it's a little bit more toned down. Definitely still matte and it gives you the coverage, but I feel like it's less kind of noticeable and obvious that it's like on your skin, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna run through my entire face with a sponge to kind of just make everything look super even. So foundation is looking good. Even though the color's a little bit yellowy, I still like the way it looks. And we have a light concealer here, so I think we can balance it out. So this is the JoA Eye Serum Concealer. Oh my goodness, that is way too light. It looks a little bit darker in the packaging than it does on the skin when you actually apply it. So I definitely should have went up a shade. We're gonna have to just make it work. Okay, yeah, this is like white on the under eyes, but it's fine. That's the thing. Sometimes like certain products, they look like they're gonna be a certain shade in the packaging, and then when you get them, they're either too light or too dark. But On the back, it does say fair light with cool undertones. It does say that right here on the back of the packaging. Again, I was just going off of the color that was in here because it looks a little bit more yellowy, but it's fine. Like I said, we're gonna make it work. Minus the shade being off though, I will say the product feels nice on the under eyes. It's definitely hydrating and it gives, I would say, like a really natural coverage. Like it's not full coverage, it's not super light coverage. I would say it's like right in the middle, like a more natural medium coverage. The product is really creamy, also it blends easily. Okay, so the shade is obviously too light, but I do like the formula of it for the most part. So complexion is looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and do some cream blush. I have two different ones to test out. The first one is from LA Girl. This is the Soft Matte Cream Blush, and this is like one of the lighter shades, but you can also use this on your lips as well. So we're gonna test that out and see. This one's in the shade Grace. And then I also have a Profusion blush, and this one is the Soft Matte Liquid Blushes. So they're both matte, so it's going to be like the battle of the soft matte blushes. And the one that I have from Profusion is in Bellini. So let's start with the LA Girl one first. Okay, that's pigmented. Ooh, I thought this was going to be like a little bit more natural, but no, this is intense. It's really pigmented. And it's definitely matte as well. Gives you the prettiest wash of color. I feel like the more that you add, the more color you're gonna get, but it definitely has a matte finish. Now let's try the Profusion blush out. So this is the packaging, and then you open it up, and it looks like that. Oh, okay, let's do one dot. Love both of them, honestly. Okay, I think the one from Profusion blends out just a little bit easier and it has a little bit more pigment. These are so nice. I love them. They look so good. That blended out really easily. That's really pigmented. You don't need a lot. This is like the lightest shade and I feel like that is like really pigmented. Like they have much darker colors, which is great. The ones from LA Girl are nice. They're a little bit more matte, I would say, than the ones from Profusion. So let's set everything. And I have a new powder here. This is also from Joa Beauty. This is the Selfie Ready Loose Banana Setting Powder. That really like blurred everything, like it's completely smoothed me out. So I think the powder is nice. It definitely did mattify the skin, but for some reason it kind of like looks a little splotchy in this area where I had that blush. But let me take a photo with flash actually so we can see what it looks like. Ew, yeah, that does not really look that good, the powder. It looks light and dry and crepey on my under eyes especially, but it doesn't look that great at all. The powder is definitely nice on the skin, but I'm not like obsessed with it. It's not giving me like a wow factor. Like I definitely have other favorites. Let's move into some bronzer. I got this new one from this brand called Well People. I picked this up at Ulta, and this is basically supposed to be like a very natural, like vegan, cruelty-free makeup line with like minimal ingredients. And this says it's an ultra smooth baked bronzer that provides a natural sun-kissed glow. And it's a powder formula that adheres like a cream for long lasting wear. And I got this one in the shade Golden Hour. It is a little bit darker. It's more of like a true like bronze. It has like a red undertone to it. But it's actually nice to see a bronzer that's not like an orange bronzer, you know, like it's a nice color. It's like a red kind of orangey undertone. It has a little bit of like glitter to it. Maybe, can you see the little tiny glitter particles in there? So that's like the color. So it's definitely orangey red. This is personally not my favorite kind of color, like these kind of shades for my skin tone, just because I feel like they're a little bit too rich because I'm so light. But if you are tanner, or you have like a little bit of a deeper complexion than I do, I think this would be a really nice bronzer on you because you can see that is like the true tone to it. It is a nice formula. I just don't love the color on my skin tone personally. Okay, now for blush, I picked up the new Flower Beauty Pyramids blush, and this is the Peach Glow one. They also had one in Rose Glow. So I'm gonna use this as kind of like a blush and highlighter today because it looks like a baked blush. So I'm gonna swirl my brush into all of the shades, and I'm just gonna put that right on my cheeks. So that's pretty. This is definitely more of like a blush topper. Adds a little bit of a tint, but it's mostly glowy. Oh, I like this a lot. Look at that swatch. I just dipped my finger in it and look at that. I feel like you get a little bit of everything, like just mixing in your brush or your finger. I don't find it to be also very glittery. Like it actually is glowy. Like it went on really smooth. It gave just the right amount of color and dew to the skin. Jumping back to the JCat palette, I'm gonna take this orange shade right here. It's like a really light orange. And then I'm also gonna mix in this shimmery orange and basically just gonna smudge that on the lash line. I wanted to like just pop a little bit more, so I'm gonna take this really bright, it's like a fire orange red, and I'm just gonna also run that on the lash line. So I feel like adding that other shade, it really just like elevates the orange and makes it pop a little bit more. And I literally just dipped my brush in just one time, but the shade is really vibrant. I'm just gonna add a chocolate brown liner, and this one is just from Essence, just right on my waterline. Last but not least, we have a new lip color. This is the Profusion Perfect Pout Soft Matte Lip Tint, and this one is in the shade Confident. I just thought it was very fitting with today's look. So first impression, it kind of feels like the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, but when you apply it, it doesn't look super even. Like you probably have to go in with 2 coats. So it looks like it's kind of clinging to like this dry part of my lip right here. But I did have a lip balm on beforehand. I wiped it off, but like my lips didn't feel super dry. Maybe they were drier than I thought they were. But I think the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams definitely feel a little bit better as far as pigmentation and just like the way that they feel on the lips. I'm gonna wait to see if this dries, but I am gonna set the makeup in the meantime, and I'm gonna go back with the JoA Beauty spray that I was using earlier. I really like the mister on this. It's so nice. Yeah, this feels so good. So let's talk about some of these products because I have some thoughts and there's some good stuff, but there's also a couple duds in here. So let's get like the bad stuff out of the way. Not really bad. It's just, you know, the products, they just didn't work for me for one reason or another. Let's start with this lip color. It's a pretty color and I think it's fun for spring and summer, but I don't really like the formula of these. I just feel like it's definitely clinging onto every imperfection on my lips. And if you want a good soft matte lip cream, I would say go with NYX. They have beautiful colors and one swipe is really all you need to get that full pigment, and it just looks really even and nice on your lips. Whereas this, I don't love the formula. Also really don't love this bronzer. Now that it's like been sitting on my skin and now that I really look at it, it's $21. I think for the price, you can definitely get something much better. Formula, color-wise, everything. So I would say pass on this. Also this JoA Selfie Ready powder, I don't think it's a bad powder. It's just not my favorite. It doesn't look great in photos and just, I mean, having it on my skin right now, I didn't really get a huge wow factor from it. Like it definitely looked smooth when I first applied it, but just like the way that my makeup looks right now, even like my under eyes, like I don't think that it looks any better than any of my other like favorite powders that I have. So again, it's not a bad product, but I feel like I can live without it and so can you. So I really did enjoy all the other products that I used though. I love this eyeshadow palette a lot. I think if you're into a lot of color, you will love JCat Beauty. They have a ton of colorful palettes on their website. This mascara from LA Girl is also pretty good. I'll have to keep using it. I don't notice really any flaking right now, but it definitely did add some volume and length. I also really love this little blush, baked blush. What is this called? From Flower Beauty. This is really good. This is the Pyramids Cheek Color. This is really nice. I love the glow and like the light tint that it gave to the cheeks. I just really feel like it brought the cheeks together. It gave me like the prettiest glow. And when you apply the product, it goes on so smooth and buttery. I really like this a lot. And I feel like this is going to be like one of my staples for the spring and summertime. I really also did like the JoA concealer. Even though it's too light, I'm going to go back and get a darker shade because I liked the formula of it. The coverage was very natural. And I feel like as an everyday concealer, this is going to be it. And I also like the One Size Beauty Blur Balm. This for me is not going to be something that I use every single day, but for certain occasions or for like the summer, I think it's a good product. I don't love the packaging, but if you can look past that, it is a really nice, comfortable, soft matte formula. It looks nice on the skin. It's very blurring. Also loving the cream blushes. I'll have to kind of play with these a little bit more to give you guys like my final thoughts on them, but I thought they were both great for the price and I like the shades of both, so I'll keep playing with these. The lashes from Salon Perfect were amazing, and I also really did like the JoA setting spray. I love the mister on this. This is going to be, I feel like, a new favorite. So yeah, a couple hits, couple misses, but overall there's a lot of good affordable finds in today's video that are definitely worth trying. So let me know if you guys have tried any of these products, and if there's any other new makeup you guys want me to try out, let me know as well. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.